All right. Shout out to everybody who came out and fuck with me on this evening, afternoon, morning, whatever time it is you're listening to me. Okay, once again, you fuck with me, hit the likes. If you don't hit the dislike, feel free to comment and subscribe. Also, feel free to shut the fuck up, donate to my spiritual fund, as you can see, strolling down below. Okay, I'm back in the studio, and I want to go ahead and touch up real quick on this situation with the Mercedes Moore, this sister who just lost her life. Bro, give me a second. There we go. Alrighty. And what I really want to touch up on, rest in peace to his sisters as well. She was a Instagram model, influencer. And the reason why I want to touch up on this is because it's looked like all the videos I was seeing on her, everybody was going with the assumption that she was killed by her pimp. I seen the other one, she was killed by Sugar Daddy, and also heard that she was robbed. So it's all different types of stories floating around. And I was able to get a hold to her sister's IG, and her sister stated on there that this guy was a stalker. I'm sure his picture as well. That he must have came from Florida, from what was said. And my thing is, to all these people who starting off, doing commentary, and when you touch up on a subject like this, I can't tell you what to touch up on because you do what you do, but at least, have some facts. Because when you throw something out there, that means you got to come back and correct yourself. But for the most part, a lot of these content creators, as you can see, they don't want to do that. They don't want to come back and correct themselves. They just want to, if you confront them about it, they just pass it over like, oh, okay, all right, it's nothing. But on that note, like I said, whatever happened to this sister shouldn't have happened. To anybody that's out there that's doing being an Instagram model, internet influencer, be careful. I always say, and everybody in my chat always say, expect the unexpected. Like I said, this what happened to her shouldn't have happened. She had over 2.6 million people following her. As you see, she's a beautiful sister, and it seemed like she was, living her life. She was 30 years old, I want to say, or in her early 30s. Looked like she had it going on. You got to be careful, because you got a lot of weirdos out here. You seriously do. Sick in the fucking head weirdos. You really got to be careful of what you post, places you be at, dropping your location. Because most of these Instagram models and web influencers, they don't have bodyguards like celebrities do. They don't get paid that much. Forget all the stuff you see them around and you see them, but they don't have bodyguards. With that being said, I'm gonna close off on another note. From the big homie OG Shabazz. He says something and kind of relates to this about the IG models that is out here posting all this stuff and making it seem like, oh, this is easy. That's how you get the bag. So I'm going to go ahead and play this commentary, and we're going to shut it on out from her.
Yizzo, what's popping? I want to have a conversation with my ladies specifically, because I put up a post the other day about a young lady who was caught on camera trying to strong arm somebody for her purse. And I said a lot of times the dialogue be directed to young men, and somehow we continue to be discriminative and not talk about the things that women need to do better at. Ladies, it's two things. One, when it comes to being out here on social media, in these social circuits, and y'all talking about what men should do for women and showing off your bags and showing off your shoes and showing off your rent and showing off the this and whatever else they buying you, your jewelry, and you're making it seem like that this is what is being done for you simply because you that chick, right? And it gives off the energy, or it gives off the impression to other young girls like, yeah, if you this kind of way, or if you look this kind of way, or this is how you are, then this is what men should be doing for you. See, this what I got. See how I look. See how I am. See how I talk. See what I say to them. This is what you got to do, girl, to make these men do this stuff for me. Or should I say, do this stuff for you that you see being done for me. And that's not accurate information, ladies. Tell them the whole story, please. Just like I encourage men, don't be out here hustling and doing illegal shit for money and letting these young boys see your end result. Now, all they trying to do is get what you got, but they don't know what you did to get it. Because you ain't telling them about the pitfalls. You're not telling them about people wanting to kidnap them. You ain't telling them about people trying to kill them for no reason, or that they can go to jail for 1,000 years. You're not giving them the whole play. Ladies, y'all got to do the same thing for these young girls. Tell them what you did for that money when you went to Dubai. Tell them that somebody that got a bunch of millions stood over top of you, squatted down, and took a shit on your stomach, because that's what turned him on. Tell them that. Tell them that you had sex with 4 or 5 people in the same day. Tell them. If you're going to encourage them to get the things that you got, some of y'all got to keep it a buck. Tell them what you did to get the money so they'll understand what they up against. Don't try to make it out to be that you a master wordsmith and you can just talk your way into somebody's pockets. Some women do that. They can. Some men are that gullible. But for the most part, we know that's not the way it go. So when you telling them about what they need to be getting from these men, because you're trying to show them how to be like you, baby, be a buck. Or should I say, keep it a buck, baby. Keep it a buck, baby. Be honest with them. Tell them they're going to have to do something strange for that change at times. Don't let them, don't send them into the fire blind. Don't send them to the fire without no bucket of water. Prepare them. Because all they paying attention to is what you have. Because that's all they hear you talk about. They don't know the nights that you sit on the edge of your bed and feel like, damn, man, I don't feel like talking to this nigga. I don't feel like going over his house. I don't feel like meeting him at this hotel. I don't feel like going on this vacation with him. I don't even like him. But I need this money. But I want this money. Let them know what they're going to go through. Let them know how they're going to be feeling. When y'all go and get your body done in secrecy, and then you pop up out of nowhere, promoting flat tea, tummy tuck, or whatever the fuck this shit is you be drinking, and you doing it while you're in the gym, don't make them think all you did was drink the tea and get on the treadmill. No, keep it a buck. You got your body done. The reason why you're drinking the tea and the reason why you're on the treadmill is because once you get your body done, this is the shit that you got to do to maintain the work that was done. Tell them the whole story. Our young men and our young women are fucked up out here because they watching the shit that we do and nobody is giving them instruction on process, repercussions, outcomes. All they seeing is everybody bragging about results. Everybody bragging about what I got. Everybody showing what I've accomplished. Everybody showing where they live. Everybody showing what they have. They're not telling these kids, this is what I did to get it. You might not want to do this. This is what I had to go through. You might not want to do this. You might want to rethink this path. And if you do still choose it, at least I told you. It's not enough people being honest with this younger generation. And yeah, first and foremost and primarily, it's up to the parents to raise their children. But guess what? Some of these people got kids. Some of these people have kids. And they're not being honest with their own kids. So when we get into these positions, everybody's an influencer now. I'm influence you. I'm an influencer. I'm this. I'm that. Be responsible in that position. You dig what I'm saying? Because they're watching. You can't do stuff and it's targeting the younger generation that you know is watching you. You know they're watching you. You know they're watching. The shit that you do, you know who you're getting your likes and your views from. You can't do something and target them, and then when they do what, or they try to do what you do and they do it wrong and something bad happen, then you say, oh nah, don't follow behind me. Don't listen to your mom, or where the parents at. I ain't raising nobody. This is true, but you still got to understand the culpability that you putting out there. Or should I say the culpability that falls on you, rather. Because you targeted them. You know who watching you. It's just like people who be having money, who they talking shit to when they be talking about, yeah, you ain't got this, you ain't got that, you don't live here, you don't live there, you don't drive this. They're not talking to nobody that got it. They ain't talking to somebody that's up. They ain't talking to somebody that can afford it. They shining and stunting and looking down on those who don't. So then when somebody call you out on it, it can't be, oh, with the shoe fit, wear it, and if it don't fit, don't put it on, and all this other cool shit that people come up with. Like, nah, be responsible for what you do and what come out your mouth, and take what come with it. And a lot of these things that come with it be the behaviors that we see in a lot of these youngins, man. So I'm just saying, male and female, when you talk about it, when you showing it, when you're showing the end result, right? Make sure you sending them warning signals. Make sure you busting off the warning shots. Yeah, we got all of this. I did that. I went here. I was on this vacation. I'm on this yacht. I'm sipping this wine. I'm eating this food. Make sure you you add in there what goes on when them cameras is off. And it ain't got to be explicit. Just let them know that the shit ain't easy. It ain't no cakewalk. Ain't nobody out here running around just giving money away for no reason. Something coming in exchange for it, some way, somehow, and at some point. So just like we talk to the young boys as men and try to guide them and make them understand, hey, you're going to do what you want to do, player. But understand this is what go with it. Same thing with y'all females. When y'all showing these girls your bodies, when you're showing them this money that you're getting from men, and they men doing this and men doing that for you, make sure you include all the dangers and the pitfalls that go with it. Possessive men, men that you don't really like, that don't want to be around, men that you're not even really attracted to, doing the unthinkable just because they know they're going to give you the money, so you got to do what they say. Some of them might stalk you. Some of them might act like they own you. It's a lot that come into it when you're dealing with these men who giving you their money. All of that needs to be discussed. So when they go off to try to make their little decisions, and then you happen to have a conversation with them, you can tell them, don't say I didn't tell you what come with it. That's all.
Shout out to our sponsor. Make sure you tune in for Talking Shit, and also make sure you tune in for